Well, I'm flying weed. Anyway, it's obligatory to come to Tokoroa and crash an airplane, isn't it?
We appreciate your effort.
On my workbench we have a cheetah from Banggood. Now, I've been watching a few internet videos, and there were quite a few people who were building radio controlled aircraft around little gliders. And we can't get little gliders in New Zealand, so I ordered one of these cheetah gliders from, in fact I ordered 3 of them from Banggood. They took ages and ages for them to turn up, and in the interim I discovered that K-Mart had started importing a very similar glider to this, and they were only $12 each. This is the box they came in. Not that we do an unboxing here. This is what it looks like. And I don't know, my first impressions is I think this thing's actually better than the Banggood cheetah. So we have a fuselage which is 70 mils longer, and we have more space within it. We have the same sort of typical hatch cover, if you like. This one's got a bolt in it to get the centre of gravity correct. It's glued on though, which I've discovered the easy way to release hot glue is to use a couple of drops of methylated spirits just in an eyedropper, and get it down into the little gap there, and it forces the glue to release from whatever it's adhering to. Anyway, so we got this K-Mart Glider's not only cheaper, but we've got more fuselage space, and honestly I think we've got a far better wing as well. We've got a greater wing area, with slightly less wing span, but I think we've got greater area. It's also a slightly thicker profile, which offers more opportunity to put spars and reinforcing things in it, and it also offers greater opportunity to actually bury servos actually in the EPP material. I haven't attempted to, it's got a little bit of dihedral at the ends. I haven't attempted to straighten it yet, and I would imagine we'd be able to get that out of there. A little bit of work. So anyway, that's the project of the moment, and this little cheetah glider thing from Banggood, I think we'll simply use it as a throw glider, which is what it was intended for anyway in the first place, and we'll give them away as Christmas presents. And we will make our radio controlled glider using this thing from K-Mart. Okay, initial impressions. The wing doesn't have much strength in that dimension. It's plenty strong enough in the other dimension, but that one there's not very good, so we will have to use some sort of reinforce through there. Now, what I've seen online is people put a spar through there made out of carbon fibre, I'm thinking about using a strip of aluminium on its edge. Perhaps even cut out of a Venetian blind. So here's a sample of Venetian blind material. It is a fairly lightweight alloy. It comes with a slight curve shape. And of course we don't need the full width. We'll be able to trim about 6 or 8 mil off the edge. I need a longer piece obviously to get a generous way across this wingspan of this model. Incredibly strong in this dimension as long as you can actually hold it and stop it from buckling. So if I score a groove into the wingtip, into the foam, and cut a thin strip of this and actually set it in there with glue, that should stiffen the wing up quite remarkably. And of course this Venetian blind material's relatively easy and cheap for me to get hold of, and it's lightweight and quite strong. It's only 0.2 of a millimetre thick. The other thing that needs some sort of attention is this dimension here. This relatively strong that way, although that could do with some improvement as well. What I was considering doing is putting a servo in the middle here and driving both ailerons with this type of this is a tube within a tube. Leave that in there. Have a single servo in the middle and drive this round like that. Haven't quite made up my mind what I'm going to do for elevator and rudder yet, but we'll think about that as we go along, I guess. It surprises me that's about 40% of the way back from the leading edge. I might take that out into the backyard and try throwing it just to see how well that works. Well, it's plenty robust enough. It's about 48 millimeters in from that leading edge. Well, the aluminium spar seems to have stiffened it up quite nicely. Bury that into the wing surface. Well, there's one tube glued in, and I've got the two aileron controls here, and I've glued a aluminium spar through the centre of those as well. case you guys are wondering, I'm using this Gorilla Glue. It's a 3-hour cure waterproof polyurethane, so it actually expands and foams up, which is really quite good because it's nice and light, and if you time it just right you can get to it, and it's quite soft. Okay, I'm just using some stickers to cover up my dissections.
I guess he can just have satisfaction in the fact that this will never go on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be most
Yeah.
comforting to him.